how's retirement going? You just told us about this amazing vacation you just came off of. How are things going?
It's going good. I was just saying summers used to be a lot, more fun because I got to do all the crazy stuff and be a kid. I have 5 children.
Oh, yeah, you're no longer the kid.
Yeah, I'm no longer the kid, and now school started back, so I'm very happy.
Yeah, it's your school year, their school year is your summer now.
Absolutely.
So, all right, so during the summer, while you were wrangling your kids, it was one of the craziest summers, really the craziest summer since the summer you, LeBron, and Wade came together. But that was really one instance. This was the whole league changed in the span of about 96 hours. What was your opinion of it? What was your reaction to it watching it from afar?
Well, I mean, it's kind of a slippery slope sometimes because a lot of fans get upset, a lot of fans get happy, and a lot of fans get upset at the same time. But I liked the league kind of rebalancing a little bit. I think that was really exciting. I mean, the Warriors had their run, and they're probably still going to be successful after Klay comes back. But just reshuffling is nothing. There's nothing wrong with that. And I liked how it reshuffled a little bit. The East lost more All-Stars as usual, but I think it's still in a very good, interesting place, and it'll be very competitive next year.
It should be very competitive. One of your good friends, LeBron James, and the Lakers. A lot of hype about them. They've already suffered a significant injuries, already losing Boogie for the season. What would your expectations be because it's difficult to play with LeBron. You got to make a lot of adjustments. They added Dwight Howard. What would your expectations of the Lakers and with this re-energized Dwight Howard?
Well, I think it's a championship or bust situation. I think everybody knows
that.
If you want to be a part of the Lakers, it's all about championships. You go and play in the Staples Center or go to their practice facility, you're going to see all the greats up there and all those banners looking down on you. And so that's what it's about. And they have a very strong team. I think on paper they have the strongest team. And, of course, they have to put it together. But, it's not difficult playing with LeBron. It's just you have to, you have to change your game.
But you're only playing 82 games. It's not only playing with LeBron. It's the rest of that stuff.
Absolutely. It's a team sport, obviously, right? And, it's a lot of dynamics that you have to get used to playing with them. But at the same time, it's better than not playing with them. You know what I mean? He's a great player. So you want to play with great players. You want to have great teammates and be in those kind of situations.
He's a great player. Is he the greatest player in the league right now? Is LeBron still the best player in the league?
I mean, well, that's always such a relative argument. Yes, but then you have to give it to Kawhi right now because he was on, the best team, was the finals MVP.
Sure.
So I would give respect to Kawhi. But at the same time, Bron coming off of a nice stretch of off time for the first time in years. I think he's going to be rejuvenated, probably get a little bit of chip on his shoulder.
Yeah. And
attack the season like he's supposed to.
This is now, we had the era of big threes. We even briefly in Golden State appeared to have a big 4. Now it seems to be back to duos. The injured guys, let's make them healthy for a moment. So you have KD, Kyrie, Steph, Klay, Russ, Harden, Kawhi, Paul George, LeBron, Anthony Davis. Is there one of those 5 that stands out to you as the best duo right now in the league?
I think the Kyrie and KD. That's an interesting dynamic because KD can play 1 through 5, guard 1 through 5. I think they have a very interesting dynamic that they can kind of exploit when they get healthy. PG and Kawhi, I mean, that's a lot of arms.
A lot of length.
That's a lot of length on that front, in the front court a little bit, and I think they'll be able to kind of really exploit that. They should have a very good defensive team this year. But I mean, I don't know who's going to be the best. I'm not going to lie to you, man. I mean, I'm the type of person that you just have to play the game. It's a lot of hype and everybody looks good, and that's great. You want eyeballs on you, but then when it's time to toss the ball up.
But that's what you said you love about the league right now. That you don't know who the best is because there's parity for the first time in a long time because of all the reshuffling.
Absolutely.
And that's what you said you're most looking forward to. I'm also curious which move, though, surprised you the most. I know you said you really like all the different moves. Were you surprised that Kawhi went to the Clippers? Were you surprised KD ended up coming here to Brooklyn? What to you said, whoa, I didn't expect that?
Kawhi and KD. I didn't know where.
You thought they'd pair up. You didn't know where.
Well, I didn't know. I think everybody kind of speculated Kawhi was thinking of one of the LA teams. I think that was always heavy in the speculation.
Right.
But at the same time, the way, Paul going there and then Kawhi going there, it changed the dynamic tremendously in the West.
Right.
Right. Oklahoma City, they're back in a rebuilding situation a little bit. And Paul gets to the Clippers, and now they have a championship caliber team right off the bat. I think that was the moves that surprised me the most. And then Russ going to Houston, them being able to pull off that trade.
Do you think that works? Those two guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny when people say, oh, man, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? Look, 2 MVPs, I'm going to take it and we'll figure it out later.
Yeah, but you're one of those kind of guys, though, that I can play with anyone. You can adapt. You can play in the post. You saw with LeBron, man, you went out on the court, man, developed that three-pointer, that nice one from the corner. I want you to go back to Kawhi's situation because very few people have the experience of knowing about the people up north in Canada and the type of hospitality. Imagine how tough, because I talk to people. I know Kawhi, know his people. Take us through how tough it was for him to win that championship the way he won it and leave there, even though he was going back home because of the pull of Canada on him now that they were champions.
Well, I mean, I couldn't imagine winning a championship in Toronto because how they treat me, and we didn't win anything.
Right.
We didn't win nothing, and they still very.
It would have been
nice
impossible for you to leave.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But the ownership there, the management, Tannenbaum, Larry Tannenbaum's a great owner of the team. He's always visible. You can always talk to him. You can knock on his door at any time. They've always kind of had that open door policy. So that trickling down, and then Masai being the GM, they built a great culture there. And for them to capitalize and win a championship was amazing. But yeah, to leave is not easy at all because, I mean, I know you saw the parade.
Yes.
I mean, just the people and the love that place gives out. I mean, even if you make a business decision later to do whatever you want to do, they're going to make it hard on you. But, I always tell people, Toronto was a great start for me. Some of the best fans in the world.
2003 draft class, the greatest top 5 of a draft class in NBA history, the number 2 pick notwithstanding. That LeBron is obviously still playing at a super high level. You were playing at a very high level, an all-star level, until blood clots obviously derailed what you were doing. D. Wade just finally stepped aside after playing well for Miami last year and having some moments late in the season. Melo hasn't stepped aside. He's being pushed aside to a degree. Melo, you played in the league almost the entirety of his career. Why do you think he's not in the league, and do you think he could help a good team?
Yes, he could help a good team. He's a pretty good basketball player. I don't know. I can't understand why he doesn't have a job. Maybe people are still trying to figure out what they want to do with their teams, what kind of, if any, veteran presence, if they want a veteran presence, those slots they need to fill, and if he can fill them. I think it's crazy that he's not playing. I mean, I've been knowing Melo since we were both 17 years old, and, just kind of seeing those things starting to happen. It always does, right? But I think he should be playing. I mean, he's good enough. He's in shape. He can shoot it. I don't know if they watch much basketball, but he can play, and I think he can really, really help a team if, they bring him in.
You've been retired. You've had a second to kind of look back and think about your games and your days. Who's the best player you ever played against?
Tim Duncan.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because he was my hero growing up, and then I had to play in the finals against him twice. Being in San Antonio, I'm from Dallas.
Yep.
Being able to see Tim, play right up close and how great he was, and that was kind of the evolution of the 4-man, so.
Real quick on that, you mentioned playing in the finals against him twice. Ray Allen, I think he's told us, has a framed picture, not shockingly, of one of the biggest shots in NBA history in his house. You've got a couple of really nice houses. Do you have anywhere in there a framed picture of the rebound? Maybe the biggest rebound in NBA history?
I don't.
How does that not happen?
I put up all my memorabilia in storage,
house.
actually.
But so you have it in storage, but do you have anything commemorating that moment? The rebound that led to the Ray Allen shot.
I need
Forgotten
to.
rebound.
I should get it, man. I don't. I'm thinking like that. I don't. I need some new posters too. So
There you go. Okay.
yeah, I need to,
Every time I see you on TV, it's not lost on me what you went through. But I think about you as a person. You've played at a high level, high school, amazing player. Short college career, amazing player. High draft pick by the Raptors. What do you think about when you watch NBA games now?
It's fast, really fast. The game has changed. It's evolved quite a bit. I think the three ball was really, really prevalent in the last 2 years. I think that'll tone down just a little bit, but just the speed of the game, the skills of the player. Now it's encouraged for big men to shoot, for big men to handle the ball. Before, you get the coach standing up on the sideline. That's how it always happened.
Right.
But now, I mean, it's been waiting for a long time for the game to evolve like that. Now it's accepted, and I like seeing the young guys play. I mean, going out there, playing as fast as they do, and then it being so competitive, especially next year. I love NBA basketball.
You mentioned